Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video of the Awesome Dwarf. Today you're going to be looking over stars, accretion disks around them, well not accretion disks but like planetary disks that form around them, and how planets form around different stars. So the first star we're going to start off with is a star that you may not agree with. That's not really a star, but again, who cares, really? So we just hit this. We're gonna we're gonna make this 71 Jupiters in mass. Okay, so she's gonna shrink. Give her a 9-day rotation. Period. I think that's rotating the right way. I believe it is. Let me give it a ring. We'll give it a pretty big ring. Make the ring bigger until it boosts about 37 here. We're gonna put, because normally a brown dwarf will normally have a very high concentration in silicates, metals, things like that. Very rare to see hydrogen around a brown dwarf. So we're gonna click on a brown dwarf like that. Slow down. And normally around a brown dwarf it will normally be a very, should I say, very sparse ring. So normally you would find a lot more silicates, less iron, and basically no hydrogen and helium around it. So because it's, the planets will normally form around here, 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 and here. So reasonably close to the brown dwarf. So they will vacuum up the materials closest. So we're gonna, that's too worse, that's good. So we're gonna just let this run for a little while. I might actually just like redo the ring. Delete all particles and dust. There you go. Go back to this. Click on this. Click on this. Make this bigger. Make this bigger than before. So I would say 30. So it'll be silicates like that, and now we let it run like that. So over time, let's just make this planet the biggest. So let's give it a 7 Earth mass. So this is going to be a big planet. It's not going to have a very big iron core because obviously iron cores may not exist in this system. So we're going to put this like 1.87 times the mass of Earth. Again, not very big iron core. So these will be susceptible to a humongous amount of radioactive. Why can't I switch to the planet? Let me switch to the planet. Planet, please. Oh, because the planet's right there, that's why. There you go, that's the planet. So it's 1.34 times the mass of Earth. Doesn't have a very big iron core. So all the planets are like this. They don't have very big iron cores. Also, not a lot of water, so basically these planets are bone-drive water. So we're just going to let this run and see what happens really. We're going to turn off trails, labels, like that. And we can already see there's a gap in the outer ring. So that means that the largest of the planets, the planet that's 7 times the mass of Earth, is just vacuuming up the outer system of the brown dwarf system. So because you got like NASA things like that looking for brown dwarfs, I believe that we would normally find either very large rocky planets, probably a couple of small ones. You may find the odd like kicked out planet. So if I can find it. Why can't I find this? What? Is that it? No, it's not. Where is it? Is that it? No. That it? No. No. Where would you be? Come on. That it? Nope. 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 Where is this planet? It's obviously going to be over here somewhere. Hang on, let me put labels on. Where is it? Really? It was right there. Okay, let's make it so it's visible. White. 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 There you go, we should be able to see that now. That just blends in. Actually, no, it doesn't actually. That's actually a very small object. Like, how are you going to see that? What's this albedo as? Albedo's. If let's actually give it some ice, because this is obviously a dwarf planet. Doesn't really have an iron core. Now, what does it look like? You still can't see it, and we've lost it. Bugger. Let's just keep labels on. Oh wow. Wow. Oh my god. So this brown dwarf's actually lost quite a lot of its ring mass because of this outer planet called Non-Ax. So Non-Ax is just, it's just destroying this ring. It's clearing up its orbit really, and its sister orbits as well. So over time the ring will disappear, and then we will be left with this a family of planets around the brown dwarf. So I mean, if we do find a gas giant, that's got to be the biggest shock to me, really. I mean, what the science and astronomy community have discovered is that the smaller the star, the more metals and rocks you find around this star. So now we're going to move on to the next star, and that's going to be the coolest type of star, the M class. So we're going to make this like a really small M class star. And its temperature is decreasing by a fair amount, so we're going to pull it as around 82.6. Normally around this type of star, you have a very thick ring of iron, a lot of iron. So you could find super Earths with super magnetic fields. So they say that so it will probably look something like this. So the planets will be orbiting in this sort of way, but they will have massive iron cores, like probably about 30 to 40% the planet's mass. So something like this, and I don't know why these all have big ass magnetic fields, but they're all, wow, they are all bigger than 2 Earth mass. So I mean, we could find the odd gas giant, but it could be pretty close. It may not even be a gas giant. It may only be that 8 times the mass of the Earth. But again, it could have a. It may not even have an iron core. It could have a very large silicate core with some water. But these planets will generate mega magnetic fields, like this sub-Neptune, if you want to call it that. And I don't know why it's lagging like that. Has he stopped? No. Has it stopped? Okay, there you go. That's good then. So I don't think we'll see any moons around these planets. I don't think that at all. We could see a planet, probably the smallest massed planet. It could have an atmosphere around it. So I'm talking about like an atmosphere probably probably nearly as pressurized as this one atmosphere. Maybe slightly less, but still. So I mean, this planet, it could be fairly warm on this planet, but again, we just don't know. We really don't know. It could have a super seasoned world. It could be a super seasoned world. So it could have a rotational period of probably 16 hours, maybe. I mean, you may find like the odd moon that probably formed from a gigantic impact. It could be a fairly large moon as well. It could be, I don't know, probably nearly as big as the moon, our moon. But again, it could have a very, very large core, probably 50% its mass or half its mass. But this moon will have to be dangerously close to this planet just to stay in orbit. And around these, on these super Earths, we could find, just check the temperature. Yeah, the temperature's right. We could find that once this. We could find out that these planets are actually super habitable. I mean, the axis is a bit crazy, but if you think about it, the seasons will be shorter, so winter won't be as harsh, summer won't be as harsh, autumn and spring won't be as long, but it'll be more gentle. It'll be a more gentle ride. But the material that forms around a red dwarf is normally, like, for example, the famous system Gliese 581 that has. Is it calmed down now? Has it calmed? No? What is my computer? Anyway, basically, red dwarfs, they practically only form rocky planets. It's going to be very rare to find a gas giant, but there is a sub-Neptune gas-wise around Gliese 581. So Gliese 581 could be it could be rare, just like our system. It could be the odd one out. Never know. I mean, around Proxima Centauri, that has a rocky planet. I think it's slightly smaller than Earth. Slightly bigger, I'm not entirely sure, I'll have to look that up. But that seems to have a pretty large iron core as well, because of the radio frequencies everybody's been getting from it. Like yeah, I mean, of course, ground-based radio telescopes, it's a deafening roar because of our planet's magnetic field. But listening to this planet around around Proxima Centauri B, this planet called Proxima Centauri B, you can hear a hiss from this planet. You can like almost like, we can hear like the drone from the star, because the star's a red dwarf, because all the sunspots and activities and things like that. We can hear like a loud drone from it, because it's a very active young star, red dwarf. But this planet orbits in a place, what we call the Goldilocks zone. It's not too far away, not too close, but just at the right distance where it can have liquid water on the surface. But we don't know if it has an atmosphere. We do kinda know it has a magnetic field, but we need to build more powerful telescopes to get an idea if it does literally have a magnetic field, or are we listening to the star's magnetic field? Because then that's another problem, listening to stars' magnetic fields, or heliospheres. So we're going to move on to the next star, K-class. So bring up a red dwarf here. Pull it. 675 times 0.675 times the mass of Earth, so the Sun, sorry. So it's not that big. Still, it's smaller than the Sun. If we get the Sun up, yeah, it's still smaller than the Sun, but not by much. K-class stars. A lot of people don't really talk about K-class stars. They really don't. It's almost like they don't really give a crap about K-class stars. They all talk about the M class, the G class, the F class, the A class, the O class, the A class, I think I said, the F class, the stars like that. Even the Burns also, for God's sakes. But I've never once, for the past 4 years, I have not heard anybody talk about a K-class star. Do they not exist? Do orange dwarfs just not exist anymore? Is it like the community just is like, oh, there's not many K-class stars, let's not talk about them? I mean, I've been watching How the Universe Works, and they don't mention the K-class stars. They don't even mention them. It's almost like, oh, we don't care about K-class stars. But now we're going to talk about K-class stars, and their habitable zone will normally be probably as big as our stars, probably half the size. Its habitable zone will be half the size. So Venus and maybe Mercury will probably be around here. Venus will probably be around here. Earth will be frozen to absolute death. Actually, Earth actually might be alright. It might be around the orbit of Mars, but not in an elliptical orbit. Mars will be frozen. But you may be like thinking like, why the hell are you talking about K-class stars? Because nobody talks about K-class stars. Well, K-class stars interest me because, yes, they're not as small as red dwarfs, but they're smaller than our Sun. So it's like a K-class star is like a hybrid. Like when they're young, they're not as dangerous as red dwarfs, but they produce slightly more energy than the Sun does when they're younger. But when they are older, yeah, they do tend to calm down and do tend to not be as active, or as not as active as light producing as our Sun, but they produce a little bit more light than your red dwarf. Red dwarfs can live from 50 to 10 trillion years. Orange dwarfs can live from 25 billion to 5 trillion years. So orange dwarfs are awesome. So you're probably spamming the hell out of your keys, probably going to ask me, shut up about orange dwarfs. what forms around a orange dwarf star? Well, you will find gas giants, but you will probably find only one or two. Not like our sun, where you're finding absolutely bloody loads of the buggers. But the weird thing about orange dwarfs is you will find more rocky planets on the outer skirts of the Hubble zone, not in the inner. You could find a gas giant like in the inner part. You're probably going to ask, well, like, why would that happen? Well, it's because just like a red dwarf, and a red dwarf goes through a temperature tantrum, like when it gets all hyper and active and like it's in a party or something like that. Think of teenagers going to parties. When they're in the party, they're all like hyper, they're all active, they're all like God knows what. A red dwarf is like that, and certainly an orange dwarf is like that. Every star's like that. But once you leave that party, you're going to calm down, and you're going to have like almost like a sugar crash. Red dwarfs and orange dwarfs, they are famous for having energy crashes where they've gone through the hyper stage and now they're calming down. Sometimes red dwarfs and orange dwarfs can calm down until they are basically invisible. They are so dim that you can't see them from Earth. You have to have like the Hubble Space Telescope or something like that to see these stars. But when they brighten up really brightly, and normally that will just blowtorch any planet closer than about here. They will blowtorch it. Planets orbiting here, they're probably going to have their water boiled away or something like that. But when it's older than like 400 million years old, that's when all the planets will stop colliding and everything's starting to settle down and things like that. Normally your orange dwarf will calm down faster than a red dwarf. So your orange dwarf is having less and less flares. It's not as stupidly explosive. And if the gas giant actually behaves itself, and say a gas giant's all put in here, like around this section here, it could capture like a rocky planet, get it in orbit, and then orbit this orange dwarf. You could have life around this, but not on its own. You could have multiple. So you could have a gas giant like here. Okay. Now this is just hypothetical. This isn't real. This is hypothetical. You could have a planet, like say it's 2 Jupiters in mass. Okay, so you got 2 Jupiter mass gas giant. It's roughly 100% made out of gas, and you could have a good couple of rocky planets around this planet. I mean, of course, I'm going to have to make them smaller. Oh wow, that has a gold atmosphere. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So we're going to make this slightly smaller. So what, 997. So let's just ever so slightly smaller. 0.991. So again, all these are smaller. They will have slightly bigger cores than the Earth. But that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing at all. That's actually a really, really good thing. Because, again, you're orbiting a dwarf star. So, make it stay rotation like 1 day. Just make it 1 day, because I'm not gonna really mess about. It could have a similar axis to the Earth. It could have water levels similar to the Earth, and if I could get water on its surface. How's its atmosphere doing? Oh wow, that's a very non-dense atmosphere. So its temperature is rising. So you could have a planet that orbits this orange dwarf that has water on its surface and life. I'd find orange dwarfs fascinating. They are so fascinating because they act like red dwarfs, but they calm down faster because they're bigger than red dwarfs. When they flare up, they can be super dangerous, but once they calm down, they can be super habitable stars. They can have multiple planets around them that has life. They can have entire planetary ecosystems with life. It is so easy to because these stars live for a humongous long time. I mean, I think the oldest red dwarf we found is something like 9 billion years old. I believe it's 9 billion years old, 9 or 8 billion years old. I will look that up, just like I'll look up the brown dwarfs, things like that. But Devon here, that's an awesome name. Devon is about 400 million years old. Let's put it as like 700 million years old. So now this orange dwarf, orange dwarf is 700 million years old. Still flaring, as we can see, are big flares, humongous flares. They are big, absolutely massive flares. Let's put it as a 2-day rotation. So this star is rotated quickly. And look at that flare. That's what I'm talking about from orange dwarfs. You will find that on red dwarfs, but because red dwarfs are so small, the flares don't. Wow. The flares. Oh my god. How big is that? Oh my god. The Earth just gets swallowed. Oh my god. These flares are massive. So, because orange dwarfs are bigger than red dwarfs, so if I get Wolf 5-3, look at that. Look at that. Wolf 359 is an M6.5. So it's like in between of an M7 and M6. But Proximate Centauri, again, very small red dwarfs. So red dwarfs are just, they are tiny. They are tiny. That's an orange dwarf. That's a red dwarf. So red dwarfs are tiny. They are tiny, tiny, tiny. So if we get a red dwarf up here, no, that's an orange dwarf. Well, that's a red dwarf. So we got a red dwarf here. That's just a crazy size difference. So now we're going to move on to, everybody knows about this class of star. We're going up the famous Sun. Now this is a G2. So basically this means that the Sun is on the edge of, G1 is, I think Alpha Centauri is no, it's G2V. Yeah, Alpha Centauri is K1, so it's literally on the edge of becoming a G-class star. While the Sun, for some odd reason, is close to becoming an A-class star. This is an A-class star. The Sun's not even that warm, for crying out loud. I mean, Alpha Centauri A is even closer to becoming an A-class star. I would say the Sun's probably a G4. Can I find a G4 here? That's M. That's M. That's K. But that's a red giant. That's an orange giant. F. So that's an F. K. K. A. A. B. Yeah. I can't find anything really. A. Right here. M. M4. M3. An M. Why do they not know what R136A1 is? It's basically, this is meant to be the biggest star, R136A1, but we'll get into that soon, later. Now, the Sun is a G-class star. Definitely not a G2. What the hell are they doing? G2, really? Okay, they're NASA, okay, I give them that. I'm not gonna argue with them, but I don't think the Sun is a G2 star, because we've seen Alpha Centauri A have flares that make the Sun look puny, okay? Alpha Centauri A is a G2 phi, for crying out loud, NASA. Think about that for a second. You are naming our Sun a planet killer. Really? A G2 phi? I think the Sun's around a G4. I think G4 really fits it. The Alpha Centauri B is a K1 phi. Okay, I'll give them that. It's a big orange dwarf. That's a big orange dwarf. That's like G class. I reckon that's a G8, G9. But this is not a G2. But anyway, G-class stars, just like our Sun, it's like a 50-50 really. You can form gas giants around it, you can form rocky planets around it, you can form ice giants around it, you can form whatever you want around this type of star. You can't really form super Earths around this type of star for some reason. Our solar system used to have super Earths, but somehow Jupiter came in and just completely it was like, nah mate, you're not forming here. And as Jupiter came close to the star, it's almost like it pushed these super Earths closer to the Sun. The Sun ripped them apart, and then as Jupiter was pulled away by Saturn, it also pulled the asteroid ring into like the ring around here. And so basically that's where our planets formed. If Jupiter wasn't there, we would possibly be living on a planet 3 times the mass of Earth. Yeah. But I mean, you can get planets, but they won't be that close to each other. You can get gas giants, for crying out loud. You could get all types of planets. It doesn't matter what type of planet forms around your star. I would say, just like orange dwarfs, yellow dwarfs, and I'm gonna say yellow dwarfs because the Sun is a yellow dwarf. Does everybody understand? Yellow dwarf, not a white star. The Sun is not a white star. Look at it. It's got yellow in its spectrum. So you can form anything around this. You could even form a flipping brown dwarf around this star. It's so easy to form other. It's undeniably easy. It is so easy. It's the type of easy where you think to yourself like, hang on a second. Is the universe trying to tell us something? Why are these stars so easy to form life around them? Why are they easy? Why do we find so many gas giants around these type of stars? Why do we find so many rocky planets around these stars? Why do we find ice around these stars? Why are these stars so calm? That's the questions NASA should be trying to answer. That's the questions they should be asking the community. But they're not. They're not. They're keeping it quiet. Why are they keeping it quiet? Because there are so many questions about this type of star. This star is the most confusing type of star I can possibly think of. It is so confusing, I won't even try and answer it. It's MKG. Yeah, it's F. So the F type of star can range from. Oh god, what did I do that? Oh no, that's formed a... Yeah, I thought that was going to happen. Nope, don't want that. No, don't want a blue giant. That's gonna form a... Oh no, okay, that's a good size. So we'll make it bigger. Not that big. That's a big star. It formed into a... Okay. Just... Okay. So we're gonna make it 1.2 times the mass of the sun. So this is where you get something called an F8 or an F8V. No, F8V. So what's the F class? It's similar to our sun, really, a little bit hotter. They're sort of like white, yellowish stars. So white, yellowish. Oh, sorry, yellowish. So these stars, they're hard. It's sort of harder to form rocky planets around because the stars, when they're young, they will burn off the materials closest to it faster. We were lucky to form around the sun. We were lucky to form around a G4, not a G2, a G4 class star. I'm not going to assume that it's a G4. I'm going to say it's a G2 because I mean I'm not gonna. I'll carry on. Okay. So the F class star. And just to show you the difference between an F class and an F8 and a F. Can I stop its movement? Precision lock. There you go. An F8 and an F1. This is around the mass of an F1. It did not increase its mass. Oh, for crying out loud, really? Can I, get rid of this? Delete stupid. We're gonna spawn Alpha Centauri A in. Stick it there. We're gonna make it 1.7. Being a title. Okay, you want get the okay. Let's just skip it. An F8 is normally around 1.10 to 1.20 times the mass of the sun. They're a little bit hotter, but their luminosity goes up fast, really, really, really fast. Even a little bit bigger than the sun. It goes up by like 3 times. With these stars, it's going to be harder to form rocky planets. It's going to be easier. I don't know why it's easier to form. It's probably because the luminosity is bigger. So yeah, that would explain. So you will get more gas giants around an F class. So we're going to move on to A class, and I'll get famous A class upstairs. Shut up. Sorry about that, guys. So even 2 times the mass of the sun, the luminosity goes up by, oh my god, 25 times the luminosity of the sun. So now this is a hyperactive star. It's only 2 times the mass of the sun, but I mean, oh wow. So you got to find a lot more gas giants. but basically no rocky planets. You're gonna this system's gonna be absolutely blunt of rocky planets. So this is an A2, isn't it? No, an A1. So this is basically on the fringes of becoming a B, I believe. Yeah, B8. So basically, it's close to becoming a B8 IA. So it basically becoming close to becoming a B8 fee. Now we go on to the B class, and this is where you basically have very difficult troubles. Vega is basically a B class, but because it's not it's almost like Brown Dwarf. It's not hot enough. It's not massive enough to become a B class, but it's hot enough and massive enough to sustain its A0 fee. It's yeah. Can I find any more? That's a B6. So yeah, Rigel's bigger than that. So we take this, and this is where 2,858 times the luminosity of the sun. That's 2,858 times the energy released by the sun. These stars will cook your planets. You will have to be so far away from these stars just so your rocky planet doesn't melt. These are powerful. These are big, powerful stars. I mean, their surface temperature is 14,000 degrees centigrade. This is obviously an A6 VEP. Okay, we're starting to go into really weird spectrum types. I think Spectre is oh wait, no, that is B class. Okay, Spectre is a B triple one, B triple I don't know. It's a blue white giant. This is a blue white main secret star. So this is a B class. Okay, so B classes are not good news. Also, the reason why you can't really form planets around the higher mass stars is because they don't live for long. Probably with these stars, it's about 50 to 100 million years, and then boom, dies. So we're gonna go into the big boys. Do any O class exist? Any? Excuse me. Any O class? That's a D. Any O class? Any O class? Any? That's an A. I'm going to take Rigel, stick you there, and I'm going to make it really, 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 really hot. Probably 25,000. Wow! 120,000 times the energy released by the sun. Yeah, that's going to give it a I reckon an O5. Probably an O5 fee. I have no words for this type of star. This is that star expanding? Is it so undeniably hot that is it out with an O1 or an O1? I don't even know what these flipping lines are for, but I'm going to put them in. Maybe an O1 like that. It's probably going to reach about 50,000 degrees, so it's going to be so flipping hot. Is that star? Is it just me, or is that star expanding and contracting? Basically, with the O1s, so it's like on the fringes of becoming a unknown class of star. I would reckon it's probably like let's think of a name. H class, like H8. What's a H8 class? It's a hypothetical class of star that is brighter, hotter, bigger, more luminous than an O class. I reckon that even a H6 will be so hot it will probably be 150,000 times. It'll be 150,000 degrees on its surface. It will probably live for a couple thousands of years, so you won't even form planets around the star. The star will probably be so big it won't even be able to hold itself together. Yeah, that's hot. That's really, really hot. We could go hotter. I mean, we could go to like H2. H2, I reckon, will probably be about 500,000 degrees Celsius on the surface of the star. That's literally where even the star kind of doesn't exist. It's just like, it gets so hot. The star almost like turns to a kinda invisible plasma. It gets so hot. It's just, basically, it gets so hot. It will probably be the most luminous object in the universe. Not really, because I mean quasars and galaxies are more luminous. But I'm talking like, just stop. That's what, 12 million times the energy the sun gives out a second? Are you joking me? H-class are hypothetical class stars, okay? So these are not real, these are hypothetical. If we find one, I won't even want to... like 12 million times the luminosity of the sun. That's... that's probably an E7, A, I, 9. I don't know. Again, the E class are hypothetical. I'm not sure if there is actually a class of objects that is actually E. If there is, then I've made a mistake. But if there isn't, you can kind of understand how undeniably weird and powerful and destructive. Like 12 million times the luminosity of the sun. That's 12 million times the power the sun gives out. These stars will even just cook other stars to death. 200, I reckon, from 200 astronomical units, a star will explode because the star's so hot. I'm talking like 5 million degrees here. You could get an object like, say, a red dwarf. What the hell is happening to that star? Look. It's burning. It is cooking alive. There's nothing. There's just... I can't even describe it. Okay, that is cooking. That is cooking. Only 784 degrees from like 200,000 astronomical units away. I can't believe that. Just get rid of it. But that's like an E class. 5 million degrees. It's gone up. I did not put that up. Unless... Oh, there you go, okay. My bad. These could be, like... I'm thinking right now... R136A1 could be a hypothetical. Could be a hypothetical H-class star. I'm talking probably H9 or H8. It could be so undeniably hot. So undeniably luminous. It is the most luminous star we found. It is the hottest star we found. It is the biggest star we found. It could be a hypothetical H-class star. I really want NASA to watch this. Because NASA, if you're watching this, put R136A1 in your new H-class category. It's such a big star. It is so hot. It is so luminous. Why would you not bother making a new category of stars and not putting the first ever discovered big star in there? I mean, it's bigger than Theodore Canopus Majors. It's how big is it? It's 243 times the mass of Theodore Canopus Majors. It is 251 and a half suns the mass of Theodore Scotty. It's probably like 45,000 degrees hotter. E-class, don't bother. I don't think we'll ever find a star as 5 million degrees surface temperature and 120 million, well, 12 million times the power of the sun. I don't think that'll happen. I really don't think it will happen. Because black holes with accretion disks, the hottest black hole I can think of is 15 million. That was around a black hole. The biggest one, I can't remember the name of the biggest black hole, but that has an accretion disk that burns at 15 million degrees, so it's not like that. That's 15 million degrees. If we find a star that is hotter than that, I will fall off my chair. I will not even, I just will stop functioning. I won't even be able to talk. I won't even be able to comprehend what's just happened because NASA has just discovered the hottest star in the universe. I won't even be able to make YouTube videos anymore because I will be so shocked if NASA finds one of these stars. If there was a star on Earth that's hotter than 15 million degrees, I will probably have NASA knocking at my door. And that will be a good thing. Because then they will ask me to name the star. The bloody star. It will probably, I would probably say to NASA, can you make these two star classes H and E? And they will probably say, oh, we're going to put the stars in E7AI9. Is that like the hottest E7 class of star? What is going on? These stars probably don't even last for like 10,000 years. We're talking about planets forming around stars, aren't we? Planets won't even give a chance to form around the star. you would have ringing material and then bang, the star just explodes. No planet would orbit this star. It is so hot. It's 12 million. Can we go hotter? That's the real question. Can we go even more extreme? There could be another hypothetical hotter star. Called the R-Class? Is that star? R's a star, R-Class is stars, and or was it? I don't know why am I seeing that name before? We're gonna put U-Class, like a U9V. These are like probably 150 million times. Like 150 million degrees, and these are like that changed color. That changed color. That changed color. I saw that out the corner of my eye. It went from a light blue to that. I saw it. It is so hot right now. What if we put a planet around this? Will it just instantly evaporate it? Oh my god! Oh my... The planet's just being roasted alive. It is burning up. It's losing... Like... It is losing... One... moon mass every second. Is that 35,000 degrees? That's crazy hot. How hot is Rigel? It's like Rigel is, I think, is 12,000 degrees. So this is like, this is around 2.5 times hotter. I don't even understand. Look at this. How long is this trail? How long is this trail? Oh my god. The trail just goes and it goes and it goes. Wait, how long is the trail? It's about 5 astronomical units long. It is so hot. It increases the brightness of the star. I just... What if we put a red dwarf around this? Would the red dwarf cook? No. Right. But in reality, that red dwarf would just explode from how hot this is. This is probably hotter than gamma ray bursts. I cannot think of that logically. What if we put a rocky planet around? The rocky planet just kind of explode. The rocky planet just kind of melted into a ball of molten iron. It says it's a gas, but I mean, yeah, it's what? Wait, can we make this 15,000 degrees and it's like yeah, there's basically nothing left of it. It's literally, how big is it? It's 2 kilometers across. What if we put Jupiter? Jupiter's taken a long time to heat up. That's a bit concerning. 317 times the mass of Earth. Wait, wasn't Jupiter like 200 times the mass of Earth before, and now it's like 300, 308? Oh, it was 318. It's losing mass as well. The This planet still... Look how fast that's going. How fast is that actually going? Speed. What the fuck? How fast is... Hang on a sec. How fast does this go? Nearly the speed of light? So basically, this star can accelerate material away from it at the speed of light. What? What about this? That accelerates to the speed of light as soon as it leaves the planet. It's half the speed of light. This stuff will literally disappear. That's a big tail. That's a crazy long big tail. That tail is so big. What? That is. It's so. The star is so powerful. It is so undeniably powerful. The planet's got a comet tail, but the comet tail is like 10 astronomical units long. It's such a long. It's almost like these are stuck. Like these basically don't orbit bugger anything. How big is this? Like obviously it's still the size of Voyager because we can't really make it bigger. This. Okay, so basically this is such a hot planet. It basically doesn't. It's like anything that orbits this star just evaporate. It won't even evaporate. It will just. What? These stars will be so big. They'll probably be 1,000 times the mass. Like, basically, this planet is barely moving. I mean, it's going at 344,000 kilometers a second, but light speed, that's really, really slow. Meters a second, 95,000 meters a second. Kilometers a second, 95 kilometers a second. That may not seem fast. Well, I mean, that may seem fast. No, what was I going to say? Yeah, that's basically, wow. Wait, what if I put it to, like, just a second for every second? Excuse me. Are these actually moving? Okay, let's put it back up to, like, a minute. Oh, it got super... Oh, I kind of understand now, okay. So we make it longer. Alright, speed up time. Oh my god. That's going really quick. That's already up to the speed of light. Yeah. Wait, does it just stop existing at 58 astronomical units? What if we make this star even brighter, so it'd be like a U1? Boom. Whoa, it just accelerates it so quickly. In an instant, it goes to like, to the speed of light. Even this material right here, this material is stretched out. It is stretched out. Like, oh my god. Oh my god. That's a hot star. Luminosity is 1.2 to the power of 10. What? Basically means that this game, even this simulation, it's not even a game, it's a simulation. This simulation, it can't really calculate the energy output of this star, we could make it hotter. Boom. Wait, how hot are this planet now? 97,000. So hang on, this planet is, no, this star is so hot it breaks the laws of physics. This star is so luminous it breaks the laws of physics. This star is possibly the hottest and most luminous star that ever existed in the universe. I mean, we don't really know what the first stars were like. They were probably like this. Okay, the first stars were probably like this. They don't exist anymore. I mean, I think we found the only last surviving first star. And I think that's a O2 class star. So it's still nowhere near as hot as the H class or the, what other class? The R class? No, it was the E class and the U class. NASA, please do this. Please. Please, 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 please. I'm begging you. These don't even have a lifetime or flipping like a day. I mean, that's like nearly 1,000 times speed of light. It nearly reached 1,000 times speed of light, and then it was like, oh mate, I'm not gonna exist anymore. Wait, hang on a second. Why is that so dark? Wait, what? It's been stretched. It's so as though it's minus. It is so. Oh my god. This is such a hot planet. The simulation can't even. It can't even calculate how hot this is. So it's like, oh, I'm gonna make it minus 273 degrees Celsius. So I can't even comprehend how hot how far do you need to be from this planet to actually have life? That's too close. That's too close. Is that too close? Please say it's not too close. That's too close. Okay, let's go way out. That's still too close. At how far? That gets hotter as it. Oh wait, does it have an atmosphere? No. Why does that get hotter as you? How far is that right now? 3,000. No, wait, hang on a minute. Yeah, 3,000. How far is that in a light year? That's like 0.04 light years. So, is this a cool planet? It's still not cool enough. How about this? We are getting there. How about here? Yay! At 1.26 light years away from the star, it can. It can have life. How long will it take to orbit the star? 4.8 million years. That's like you can't even comprehend of how long that is. So you have to be between the 1.6 and 1.3 light year range to have to happen planet. around the star. It's very... I can't even put it into words. Look how far away we are. That is moving. That's moving really quickly. Because this is so far away from the star. Wait, is that planet shrinking? Or is it just me? No, it's just me. We're gonna make this like 1 Earth size. We're gonna make this 1 Earth size because, hey, I mean, who would not like a planet to be 1 Earth size? And I'm gonna put a moon around it. So we just take around the moon and just stick it in orbit. It's burning up! The moon is oh my... Let's get rid of the water. Nah. Oh my god. This is stupid. Doing. 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 Oh, come on. Doing. Oh, come on. Doing. Come on. Doing. Okay, that's enough water. It doesn't have an atmosphere. Oh, no. Wait, is this going to be too close if I put an atmosphere on it? Oh, crap. 98. It's burning up. It's burning up. No, 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 no. We need to control its temperature. This would have to be a very reflective object just to keep cool. Even at one like it can't be habitable with a flipping atmosphere. This is an insane star. It's at 41 degrees. So, thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you enjoy. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Leave a like and a comment of why this video was so crazy about hypothetical star classes. Why this star is absolutely cracking the universe in half with its insane. I just don't even know. So, put in the comment section what you think about the hypothetical star classes. Like, of course, the smaller the star, the more rocky planets you have. But the bigger the star, the more gas giants you're gonna have. Or, well, basically, the further you need to have more planets around the star. The closer, you need to be closer to have planets, but not too close. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Or thumbs up, thumbs down. Don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to put in the comment section what you think about this video. And do you want to give this star a name? I don't, because it doesn't even... I'm going to put a couple dots here to symbolize you could put a name here. It's so hot, the game can't even calculate it. It's so hot that basically you're kind of screwed if you go here. I wouldn't like to live here. Not with a star who lives for about 1,000 years and decides to blow up in your face. No thanks. Probably not even 1,000,000 years. It probably only lives for like 100 years and then boom, it just explodes. Because, hey, I mean, science. So, again, thank you for watching. Give it a thumbs up. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs down. If you hated the video, don't forget to subscribe and put in the comment section what you think about this video, because I thought that this video was incredibly crazy. And think about what you think about the hypothetical star classes, the H, the E, and the U class. Thank you for watching. I'm confused. I'm brain dead now.